laptop
for $3,500.
I wish. It's like 5.
5.
I gotta, now that I got the red, like I gotta be able to.
It's a tax write-off, right?
It's a tax write-off, but you still have to pay for it.
Tax write-offs is like free money.
All right, we are back. It's crazy to think we're back in Wyoming here, and we're doing another Behind the Blind episode brought to you by Tetra Hearing. Check them out, tetrahearing.com. And this one's kind of different than we typically do it. So we just got into town, I don't know, an hour and a half ago. Our first hunt is tomorrow morning. We're going to hunt the next 4 mornings here. And then kind of the reason we're doing this change up for the Behind the Blind is because it's a 10-hour drive here to Wyoming, here with High Plains Wingshooters. And so Saturday we're going to hunt, and then we're boogieing on the road as soon as we get done hunting because we got a 10-hour drive.
Try and knock it out tonight so then we can just scoot right out of town.
Right.
Whenever we get done hunting Saturday.
Yeah.
But this episode, or like this little trip, is kind of unique because we're without our fearless leaders. Yeah, we joke about it. This is kids' weekend.
It is. Yeah, it's like a field trip with no teachers.
It's a field trip with no teachers. This is kids' weekend. We're just getting to have fun.
Right.
We have no chaperones this
no
weekend.
adult supervision on this one. So, hey, shout out to Ronnie. Shout out to Logan. When you watch this, just know we're running amok now.
Yeah, it's kids' weekend.
It's a free-for-all.
We're having fun.
So, like we said, we're here at High Plains Wingshooters with Aaron Garcia. Probably one of our favorite things to do in January, right? I look forward to this trip every single year. We've been doing it for as long as I can remember. I mean, like, it's been a while since Matt's been able to be here. I guess we should do our introductions, right? Dakota Thurn, me, Alex, Diecidue, Mat Wescoat, which is this your first
podcast?
Official podcast,
Yep.
right?
Yeah,
Everyone
Matt's
welcome.
first
Matt Wescoat.
Yep.
And we got a Q behind the board over here. So
Can we get a little look at Q?
I got
There
my
he
own
is.
camera.
There he is.
Look at this.
Moving up in the world.
So things have kind of progressed, right, since we've been coming out here. So it used to be coming out and doing the 2-shot, which you were here for back in December. And that was always a super cool event that they did out here. Something very unique to this area, really.
Yep. Yeah, it's for any of you who don't know what the 2-shot is, it's a tournament where 2-man teams come in here. And I got to remember, it's been 5 years since I've been up here. But so essentially every hunter gets 2 shots. So it's whoever brings in the most birds with a team combined total of 4 shotgun shells. If you miss, you're probably not going to be in that. The interesting thing here is a lot of times they don't have birds here.
Right.
They definitely don't have the bird numbers they have in January.
Right.
You know. So
what's the time window for when they do that?
I think it was early December.
Week of December, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because I think the year that I came up here was actually over my dad's birthday, which is December 9th. So, so it's a much more challenging hunt when you're here during the 2-shot, right? And so you better knock down your birds. There's also this area does bring in some lessers. So if you're in the 2-shot and you get a flock of lessers that come in, I mean, you might be the only team that shoots birds, but there might be a team that shoots giant honkers too.
So
right?
So they do it on weight.
Yes,
it's on weight. Yeah,
it's on the biggest 2 birds.
It's on the total. You can
4
birds if you can bring in 4.
Yep, I got you.
Yep. And it's a pretty cool deal because there's a Calcutta auction that even if you're not hunting, you can buy one of the teams that's hunting. So you can. So there's all kinds of gambling things that are going on in there.
Which is right up Ronnie and Logan's alley.
Dude, in the first year we were here, Ronnie and Logan, they bought the winning team. Monty Roberts was the winning team with oh boy,
all Alaska Outdoors.
Yeah.
Yep.
So and they won, and that just happened to be really the only guy that we knew that year. That and then Cactus and Kristen and all the Cavellos and all them. So they bought that team just because they knew him, and they ended up winning it.
And that was the last time you were here, right?
No, I was here the year after that, I think.
Okay.
Because that,
It's been
on
probably 3 years or so since you've been here.
Have we been on a trip up here together, Matt?
No.
I don't think so.
I think I started
It's-
coming your last year.
Yeah, it's kind of like he got busy with work and some things kind of changed, and then we changed dates, right? We started coming in January.
Yeah,
This is
I've
the-
never been here. I'm pumped to be here in January
Yeah.
because the bird numbers they have in this area
Yeah.
this time of year.
Yeah, so
And it was phenomenal last year.
phenomenal.
Yeah.
Oh
right?
my
Our first
gosh,
day,
dude.
Matt, last year, our first day, it was
We were done in
We
45
were-
minutes.
45-minute hunt.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
was ridiculous.
You know what my first year here was the 2-shot. It was
Yeah.
slow. I don't think we ever fired a shot, and it was an old blind, and it was heavily grassed over, and I ended up stepping too far into the blind, and I fell through it.
I can definitely
That was a
see
good
Matt
time.
doing
That was a good time. It was because I was trying to hand somebody a camera or something,
Yeah.
right? Like we're trying to do our things that we do, and it was just like 6 inches too far and through the floor.
Always blame the cameraman.
I was not.
always
No,
the
I
camera's
was
fault.
the cameraman. No doubt, but no, I was not the first person to step through that particular spot on the blind.
Yeah.
So it happens.
So January here in Wyoming is super cool because, right, you get the right weather, you get a ton of birds up here. You're basically hunting birds that are coming off the Platte, and what's really cool about High Plains is it's I shouldn't say completely out of our wheelhouse because you're shooting geese, right? But the way that Aaron and these guys do it here at High Plains are 99% of the time you're hunting out of a pit, and that's not what we typically do. So it's really fun to get up here and do a different style of hunting, and you guys will see it later this week. We'll go around and scout, and Aaron and Zach and those guys scouted tonight. We have a really good hunt lined up for tomorrow. And what you're doing is you're basically hunting not only a feed where these pits are at, but you're also running traffic on these birds because these birds are constantly hopping from feed to feed, from the river to go feed. And it's a super cool area. It's gorgeous up here, and it's fun to be able to go out, set, 20 dozen, hop in a pit. You're comfortable. You can run a heater if
Yeah.
you want. Aaron, he's a big wuss when it comes to cold, so he loves running a
He does
heater.
not- he does
even
not
when it's
like the
40
cold.
degrees.
Me and him
Yeah.
are cut from the same cloth, dude.
Yeah,
I'm
you
with
know
it.
what?
When he clicks on that heater, I go, me when you were thinking the
Yeah.
same thing, dude.
That's his mentality, dude. I got a heater. Why wouldn't I turn it on?
Exactly.
So
exactly.
it's super fun to come up here because it's different in the fact that like you're coming out, you're throwing your decoys, you're hopping in the pit, you're running some traffic, and you're shooting anything from giant honkers to lessers. Like we may shoot some mallard-sized geese tomorrow.
Mhm.
It's fun, and the team up here at High Plains, great guys.
Yeah.
I mean, know their stuff, have some amazing spots to hunt. We have had some phenomenal hunts up here.
Yeah.
I mean, knock on wood, I've never really had a bad hunt up here. It's been awesome the last 4 or
Couple
5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of the things that I like is like the fact that whenever we have these repeated trips, like we do the same thing with Tall, and of course Joe's part of the team. So whenever we go to V-Land, I mean, but like even with here, since us coming back and back and back and back and having like this one little week stretch where we spend with these guys, it feels like a little reunion. Like
It is.
like a little, like it's like,
Yeah.
all right, we're back on our first night, and then it's on our first hunt, and then it's like, all right, let's go to the breakfast spot, and then let's have a couple beers after. Like it feels like this just like reunion
Mhm.
of, all right, for this little week, we're our little team again
Right.
together.
We get
That's one of my favorite parts of Heartland Waterfowl. We get these like little stretch weeks where we're like with our Tall family, with our High Plains family, with
Exactly.
our
Have-
V-Land family.
Have
Like,
either of you been to Colorado to Loveland?
No, I've never been.
So that's another one of those. And honestly, this is we kind of stack these trips together sometimes when we do those, right? But we go to Loveland with Vance and Tyler Stoles over there, right?
Mm-hmm.
And phenomenal people, two of the best people in the world that I've ever hunted with, and they're not an outfitter, they're nothing. They were just kind of a social media connection deal, whatever. And we hunted with them for 5 years, and they just invited us. But it's a family. Like you go to Loveland, here's your family. You go to Torrington, here's your family.
Right.
Yeah.
It is really fun.
like
And
that.
you get to connect with the people that we typically get to see once a year. Hopefully you get to see them come to the premiere and hang out. But really, it's like everyone has their lives. Everyone has their things going on. It's like you get your 1 week and you get super excited to come up and like, this is another home away from home, right? You do it for so long. It's like, I know the stretch that we're going to scout. I know
Yep.
the gas station we're always going to.
Right.
This is like our new home away from home.
This is our
right?
new home. Yeah.
Like it's it's such a fun trip. It's such a non-stressful trip, right?
Yeah.
I know that Aaron and those guys are going to have
Got it locked
everything
down.
in the bag,
Yeah.
right? They're going to have everything set up, and we're going to have a great week. Whether the hunting is good or not, and it's always good. It's always fun.
The
But like,
steak dinner.
yeah,
Oh, that steakhouse. Hey, can we get it? Stay tuned for the rest of the week. Once we remember the name for that steakhouse, we're going to give it a shout out. That steakhouse is nice. We go there
No,
every
Dude,
year.
it's
Every
so
year.
good.
It's
every year.
good.
So good.
I mean, Torrington is a cattle town. You can't have a bad.
Bad-
You're not allowed
yeah.
to be here if
No.
you're a bad steakhouse. It's
Right.
not.
Do you think that sometimes we take that for granted, like the fact that we get like all these different little hunting families? Like I feel like, like the average Joe hunter, like if you're not producing a TV show, like we have to we take some things for granted. There's no doubt about it.
100%.
But like if you have, I'm just trying to think of like the normal situation. If you have like 3 or 4 different guys that you hunt with, and you guys hunt in Missouri, I'm trying to think of like what I did before I was involved in Heartland Waterfowl.
Well, maybe you even had to you had your buddies in Columbia, Missouri, Kansas City, Missouri.
right, and you might bounce around.
Yeah.
But like we have like all these different little family groups like spread out from this place that we hunt with.
Dude, across
Do you think
North
that we take
America.
that for granted sometimes?
It's funny because we kind of were talking about this not long ago, and it's like you really sometimes have to take a step back and say, how freaking lucky am I?
Yeah.
Like I
Mhm.
have got to do things and go places and meet
Yep.
people because of this. Or a lot of people out there can relate to this because as much negative things you can associate with social media, I've met a lot of really awesome people in the waterfowl
for
community
sure.
because of social media.
Without a doubt.
And you make these friends and you can say, oh man, I'm going to come up and hunt the big lakes in Ontario, and you can come hunt the marshes in Missouri with me, or I'm going to come hunt out west here with you. And you make these connections, and people do it all the time. And I encourage anyone out there, like, make some new friends, like meet new people. That's what waterfowl hunting is about,
Yeah.
right? It's about hunting with everyone, meeting new people, going new places. That's truly what it's about. And some people lose sight of that. And I think the big thing is like, it's about the hunt and it's about the people. And I try not to take any of that for granted and say, like, how freaking blessed and lucky am I that I get to do this stuff on a regular basis and travel around and know these amazing people and get to do these amazing things. Like, sometimes you got to take a step back and go, man, we are really, really lucky. Like,
incredibly
We're
blessed.
yeah.
Yeah.
We're blessed, guys.
Yeah,
We're
for
Oh
sure.
my
blessed.
gosh, man.
I don't. That's what I try. I don't think I take it for granted necessarily.
No.
I know what we
But we're a little
You've been-
spoiled.
but
spoiled.
you've also been a day one.
Yeah.
I have this different like little perspective too. Like I was super fan at one point. Like I was super fan outside looking in. So like,
HW super fan.
correct.
Yeah.
Correct. So like sometimes I think, and it's just like when we were in Alaska, and it's like holy cow, it's season 10, we're doing this, and when we were in Alaska, like we were sitting on the beach sometimes, or like in the morning, or even when we were out on that ptarmigan hunt, we all three were just like looking at each other, and we're just like, look at what we're a part of, man.
It's your HW profile. I like to go on long walks on the beach.
Yes, yes.
No
Seriously,
doubt.
we all doubt.
And we did.
We did. Well, you
I don't wanna talk
you
about
guys
that one
did.
anymore.
But you know
guys
what I
did.
mean? Like all of us were like kind of sitting there and just going like this, like we are
Yeah.
so lucky.
Yeah.
And I and sometimes like I don't feel like I do that enough.
Yeah.
And I've forced myself every morning when we were in North Dakota, whenever we were just take
Yeah.
3 minutes
I
and
get
just
that.
go.
Because sometimes we get caught up in the hustle and bustle of what we're trying to do here, and it's easy to lose sight of.
Look how lucky we are.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What
it's
really
awesome.
puts it into
It's a good point.
I say-
perspective too is like going back and looking at photos or stuff from season 3 or
Mhm.
season 4, and like it seems so long ago. And granted, we're in season 10, right? And that's a huge deal. There's a
Wow.
lot of outdoor shows and things like that that don't make it to season 10.
I was thinking about this on the way up here. Okay, so I'm not 40 yet, right? I'm 37. We've been doing this for 10 years. HW has been part of my life for over a quarter of my life.
yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So like you go back and you look at photos from like season 2, season 3, and you're like, oh, look how little I was. Like, yeah, it's
Yeah.
like looking at
That's never
photos
been
of
a
us
statement for me
growing up.
personally.
Yeah.
Look how little I was. No, that's not me.
But it's awesome, and kind of coming back to like the High Plains thing. We've been doing this for as long as I can remember. It's one of my favorite trips. We were all excited about coming out here.
Yeah.
And I know Ronnie and Logan were super bummed that they can't make it. They're going to SHOT Show next week, and they're leaving pretty much the day after we're getting back, right? Families, work.
Yeah,
that kinda stuff.
Logan had to have a week at home or he was going to get divorced.
Yeah. God bless all. First of all, I'm going to take a little diversion
we
here.
go.
God bless all the wives and girlfriends and everything, because we're gone a lot. We get to do a lot, and thank you, right?
We're spoiled.
Q's the bachelor over here. So if there's any
we're still
single
marketing
waterfowl
Q.
ladies,
We're still marketing Q out there. We're trying to find him a girl.
he's good looking. He's a strapping young lad. He's
Is
got
there-
a full-time job.
He
Is-
shot an elk.
Is there
this
a
year.
huntersonly.com?
Mm-mm.
No? You
There's
looked?
no hunters only.
Mm-mm.
We're going to find something.
We got to get into the farmers only then because you need to marry a farmer's daughter.
That's not a bad option.
Because we need that land permission, buddy. Yeah.
So,
Hopefully on a nice big fat pond.
yeah.
Yeah, with a bunch of honkies on it.
Yeah,
Big-
big old
Big old
goose
Yeah.
pond.
Big old goosers.
1,000 acres of crop ground in central Missouri with an irrigation lake in the middle.
Yeah, that'd be
Yeah.
nice.
And big,
So
big deer.
Q,
Yeah.
See what you can do with that.
get to swiping or whatever you do on
Yeah.
Farmers Only, and
Or
to
if you
find that one
guys
out.
know of someone, have a sister, cousin,
Yes, come
tag
on.
them below.
hit up Q and
Last year, whenever we got to this trip, it felt like we started to like I think that we argued. All three of us were like, "What's your favorite episode? What's your favorite trip from last year?" And it was hard not to argue this one.
Oh, no doubt.
100%.
I argued.
We
I-
had so much
I argued
fun.
with Ronnie about it for 30 minutes one day.
What was his other trip that he thought
The tall banger.
that was good too?
The tall banger. The third day. It was
yeah.
it was good. But dude,
Last year,
Wyoming was nuts last year.
Last
was
year was
crazy.
really,
Nuts.
really good. And this year, they've been shooting them really good again, right? And there's some snow on the ground now. And tomorrow morning, they're talking about 1 to 3 inches of snow, which we get a fresh blanket of snow. It's just going to mix things up again, right? That's what you want. Seems like we're going to have some pretty decent wind for the week. That's the big thing out here is you want to make sure you got some wind.
Saw a lot of birds on the
but
way
not
out here.
too much.
Yeah, we did see a lot of birds on the way out here. I mean, it's shaping up to be a really, really good week again. So, again, tomorrow morning with the snow, we're going to throw a few mojos out. There are ducks around. Mainly, we're here shooting geese. If we can shoot ducks, it's just a bonus. But in that snow, they may get
Ronnie's going to be so
They
mad
may-
if we smack
If
the
we
ducks
smash
tomorrow.
ducks,
Oh,
he's
yeah.
gonna be so
Vulnerable.
sad.
I hope we do.
He's gonna be so sad.
I hope we do too. So tomorrow will be ducks and geese in the snow, and then shooting geese the rest of the week. And I'm excited. I'm happy.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
in a big
excited.
shout out today too. Thank you, Aaron, for getting a scout done for us tonight since we didn't get
No
into town
doubt.
till 9:30 tonight,
no
whatever
doubt.
it was. So
No doubt. Shout out High Plains.
shout
Yeah,
out High
shout
Plains,
out Aaron.
absolutely.
Also, shout out this Airbnb
Yeah, no doubt.
because it restructured and changed the vibe of this trip.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Because when we were staying in the hotel I think that's one of our favorite parts of last year is whenever we got in this pad,
Mm-hmm.
it's like home for
Yeah,
our
it
little
is.
week. We went
It's our own
down.
crib.
We had our TV down in the basement where we could watch
Hey,
videos and stuff.
Nelk boys.
We'd watch Nelk Boys.
We got
Shout out
dice.
Nelk Boys.
We got dice involved.
Yeah.
We did get Dice talked in. But we were having so much fun. But it's kind of nice, like, before this trip we were in the hotel, there's no, like, camaraderie stuff that you can really do in the hotel. Like this, like, we can come and hang out. And, like,
Right.
we ordered pizza. We had Ronnie's friend over. What was his name?
Tony was here in town.
Yeah,
Tony
yeah.
Cavello.
Tony Cavello, yeah.
Yeah, he was here.
He
and
was one of the
ca-
guys on the winning team the first year we were here.
He came over and hung out with us.
Yeah.
Like it's
Tony's
kinda
real
hard,
good
It's
dude.
kind of hard to do in a hotel where everybody's like 3 dudes are sitting
Just
on a
sitting on the same
mattress. You know
bed.
what I mean? Like so.
It's like in Canada, we had what was the
Rich Cracker.
Rich Cracker
Yeah.
came up. This like a farmer dude, landowner out there, just came into the hotel and just hung out with us while we cooked,
Was just
cook food
We were just laying. He's just laying on our bed.
Yeah.
in a hotel room. Like, yeah, that was
So yeah.
This
I don't
gives
know.
it more of like
yeah.
we can
No,
have some
I'm with you.
camaraderie. We
Yep.
can hang out. We can do some stuff. Like if we want to play a freaking board game, we could.
Yep.
We can do whatever we want.
Yeah,
play
let's not do
think-
that.
Let's
but,
play
yeah.
some cards.
Yeah,
Let's play some
I think,
cards.
Let's-
How much money you got in your pocket?
I think
$2 bet. $2 bet.
Yeah, $2
I think
bet.
Q's out of $2 bets.
Yeah, Q's in the negative on the $2 bets.
Well, I'm down to $8 now because I won tonight, or I didn't bet tonight.
Yeah, you're lucky you didn't bet tonight.
I still owe you 2 more.
I know Zach said he'd come by later this week. Aaron's gonna come over, so we'll have Zach and Aaron on the podcast at some time.
I'm
Maybe-
excited. I'm
Maybe-
excited for those.
Yeah, it'll be fun. We're gonna have an awesome week here.
I'm happy Matt's here.
I know. I am
You know
too.
what? I'm glad to get out of the state of Missouri.
Well, we missed
Yeah.
you in Texas.
Yeah, we did miss you in Texas.
I might not have been there, but I doubt you missed me.
No, we did.
We
Okay.
did. Yeah.
I didn't miss you.
That's fine. Didn't sound like that was much of a trip to miss, anyways. This particular year.
I don't wanna talk
We're just
about
gonna
it.
slide that one right off. We're in Wyoming now.
That's right. Let's bang 'em up.
Dice, let me ask you this. So far in the season, what has been your favorite trip?
Oh gosh.
Because we're about midway through
Dude,
done.
Alaska. What? I don't even know why. I
Yeah.
hesitated for a second.
Yeah.
Alaska. Like here's the thing.
I was really sad I
That's-
didn't get to go on that.
Right. This is something we do every year. Tall we do every year. Like we have our early NODAC, regular NODAC.
Yeah,
Like,
Our
and
family
so
trips.
Alaska is a of course the emperor side of it.
Well,
but
that's what I say.
once-
this
once in a
particular year, once in a
lifetime
lifetime.
Bucket
thing.
list.
So like
Yeah.
it's a true bucket list hunt. So you're never gonna top that kind of thing. And we had a phenomenal trip there.
Some
but
ptarmigan, farmigan.
As far as like the hunts I can count on every year, I know for a fact we're doing. I truly look forward to this one
Me too.
Yeah.
so much.
Me too.
Yeah.
So much.
yeah.
And
He's
I want to
worried
throw
me a little
one-
bit. He's setting a pretty high bar for this week.
I just like it. I just love this trip. I love
as-
these guys. I
as
love this
far as-
area.
As far
Yeah.
as I know, they've had same numbers as last year.
And I would be I don't want to leave this part out here, and maybe later on we'll throw up the clip. But
Oh,
you
there
have
we
a little
go.
redemption.
I have
this
some
week.
history here.
What a
last year-
storyline if he comes back and shoots one though.
Yeah. So last year, if
We
you
can write a
guys didn't
movie on
see,
that.
Dude, I'm gonna have a hell of a taxidermy list this year.
Yeah.
You probably need to chill out. You should just let me shoot it. All right.
Go ahead.
So last year, if you guys didn't see in the Wyoming episode, after me and Ronnie shot our limit, we switched out with Q and
Last
Dakota.
bird.
And
Last bird.
Q needed one more bird, and this 4-pack comes in, and at the last second, you can see the last bird. Beautiful, freaking all white belly goose.
Stud.
I think he might have had one white wingtip. He
Mhm.
was super cool. And Q pops up and
Quill.
shoots some butt feathers off of him.
Mm.
Didn't get him.
Ass
and
shot.
We roasted him pretty hard for the
That's
week.
been my most depressing moment in
Yeah.
my HW career.
And the crazy thing is, and I know we've talked about it in the past, is like they see a lot of those cool quill, if you call them, or color variation birds up here. And I don't know if it's just that
Particular
flight line that they
yeah.
come down.
Yeah.
But every year we've been here, scouting and or hunting, we've seen one or two during the 4 days we were here. Every year. And they
Mhm.
just shot one like 2 days ago. Super cool one. All white belly. I think it had
Yeah.
a couple of white wingtips.
You shot that really spot and stock quill in Canada, right?
Yeah, that was Canada though.
Yeah, no, I know.
He shot one in Missouri 2 years ago.
Yeah, it wasn't. That was more of like a.
That was like a mishap.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
border.
It's like,
it was
man,
a
what
mishap.
happened here?
He was.
You know what I mean? It was
saw
like a legit
goose.
I
quill.
saw it from a mile away too. I said, "I'm going to shoot that really light goose," and he was like real frosted and everything. He just wasn't quite.
Oh,
Where
I
wanted
forgot about
to
that one. I do
spend
remember
like
that one.
$900 on a damn.
Oh yeah,
taxidermy
his,
bill on
his
it.
head had more
Yeah.
white.
He was real frosty
Yeah.
and everything. Super
Yeah.
cool.
$900.
Yeah, taxidermy's expensive now, Matt. Yeah, thanks a lot, Joe Biden.
$900.
So for a Canada goose, for big Canada.
What?
Yeah. So
I need
Q,
to do that
if
instead of make
literally
videos.
if I'm behind the gun and I see one coming from a ways away,
Just
we're
let me know.
switching. Like you need some redemption
I know.
for sure.
I know.
Q's
I've been
quill.
I've been looking forward to this trip. Not only for that, but like me and Dakota, we talked about this a lot this off season, but like I feel like Taw kind of changed the pace for things, and then Wyoming was like the second booster for us
with the YouTube stuff
with
you're
the
talking,
yeah.
Which
So
was new last year. Now, like we feel like we got it down,
right,
but like
Yep.
last year, the 2 North Dakota trips were hard.
Yeah,
And I was-
you're like cutting your teeth. You're
I
figuring
didn't
out
know
how
what
you
to
want to
do.
do it.
Yeah, we had no clue what to do. We were trying, and it was like editing, and then of course we were shooting freaking 15 different cameras and dumping all the footage. Like it was just taking so long. And then like this trip, it felt like we were like,
Organized.
oh,
Yeah.
It like
it
got it.
clicked. It's like, and one of the things that we talk about with like making the YouTube content, like you have to continue the story. Like it has to like keep checking in.
Right.
And I think that's what we started doing on this trip is we could get the storyline to keep connecting because it was like, all right, give me an update. Give me an update. Give me an update. Once we had those updates, we were like, all right, we can tell the story. And I don't have to go chasing around through all these different clips. I know I have this, this. We can tell the storyline. This is what happened today. Peace. You know?
Yep.
I felt like
It's
we got
pretty
the
cool to watch
Hey,
it happen.
Dice, just don't slap the shit out of Aaron in the morning.
Yeah, I won't pull a Ronnie.
Hashtag Ronnie.
He was real excited. Oh, and speaking of that, that makes me think we are going to be doing a giveaway on this trip.
Oh, yeah.
Our buddies from Quack Lanyards, look them up on Instagram.
Weird segue.
They've made.
I love it. I love it.
It just made
Continue.
me think. He was talking about.
Yeah, I was like, what made you
the
think
live
about
trip.
that?
Odd segue, but I love it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's where I was.
Anyways,
Run.
Quack Lanyards. They've made my lanyard. They've made Ronnie's lanyard. He's going to make a couple other guys. He's going to do a giveaway. So be sure to check out all these videos on YouTube, comment on them, like them, subscribe, and we're going to pick a winner on Saturday after Saturday's hunt. It'll be on our YouTube video. We'll pick a winner to get a new lanyard from Quack Lanyards.
It'll be posted on our way home.
There it is. Segue.
If this episode is out, will they have is the actual first hunt already out
No,
this
this
be
will be
party?
this will be posted tomorrow.
tomorrow? Gotcha.
We'll say noonish tomorrow.
Noon tomorrow.
Mhm.
Okay.
Sweet.
So the hunt won't be posted yet. So if
No.
you're listening to this, the hunt will be posted that evening.
We haven't done one of these. This is a like we got to
We've
the
always
campsite.
done
So
them.
this is kind of
Yeah.
like this is like in front of the blind.
yeah.
Yes,
This is in front of the blind.
Yeah, we're not behind
Welcome to
yet.
In Front of the Blind.
Yeah.
Brought to you by Tetra Hearing.
Yeah. Hey, we still wearing that ear protection. Come on now.
Yeah, have to.
Yeah.
Well, good. I'm excited. I'm ready to shoot some geese. I haven't. You guys got to go to Texas, right, and do a trip there. I haven't been on one since Tornado Alley. I only got to hunt once or twice at home between then and now. It's just been crazy with work, and so I'm ready to.
Yeah.
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 Old TriStar's all polished up and ready to fire
Spit
tomorrow
shined.
morning. Yeah.
Let,
Yep.
let me ask you two this. Season 10. What's that mean to you guys?
Dude, it's kind of hard. It's truly hard to like really describe it unless people understand. But like being able to run 10 seasons is like it's a big deal.
And you
Like,
came
it's
on in what, 3, right?
season 3, the beginning of season 3.
And
He's
Matt's an
Bachelor
OG,
winners
right?
three.
I'm OG. Yeah. Yep.
Matt's OG. You're season 3.
I was like, I filmed an episode in season 3, but came on in season 4.
Yep. And then I'm the youngest.
God dang, that blows my mind.
Yeah.
I've been here.
It's been that
I've
long.
been here. Bro.
I'm the youngest. I'm the young blood.
Yeah.
When did you come on?
I think he
what
got
was
his
it?
bachelor rose.
Apprenticeship.
He was apprentice for a year.
apprenticeship
and
was
then-
I had an apprentice year, and then I came on as the bachelor.
my apprentice year was season 8.
And
First
his-
full year on the team was last year, and
his
then
bachelor
this is my
rose.
So
was
we've
season
really
9.
been running the same crew for 6 years then.
Yeah, it's been pretty deep for a while.
Yeah, that seems crazy to me.
Yeah.
And so that, I mean, for me, that's what. I mean, I don't know. It's you just go through and do the things every year, right? And stuff. Some stuff changes every year. Some stuff stays the same every year. You just kind of take it. That's where I'm at with it. Is, and I don't go on as many trips as a lot of you guys do either, right? Like I'm still doing the full-time job. I don't do. Ronnie and Logan go on 10. Like if we do 13 trips, they do 10 of them,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So those guys are crazy with how many they do.
Yeah. It's
so-
You're
a-
funny.
it's a family of misfits. I will say.
It is.
But
It
the
is a
thing
family,
is, you know, we all live close together. Our wives and girlfriends and things are close, and families are close, and now everyone's has kids and that kind. Like, it's cool to like. We're literally just not only do we get to do this and experience some amazing things and travel and have these memories and all this stuff, but like also at home, we get to like grow together at home too. So it's not like we just get to see each other on trips. Like we do stuff we get to go turkey hunting together.
Yeah.
And we go out on the boat in the summertime and we go fishing and we do all like it's a year-round family for us.
Yeah.
And it's cool because that constantly changes and people grow and get married and do this and do that. And you not only do you get to enjoy these hunting experiences and have these funny memories where you can say, oh, remember on season 4 when we did this, or remember when we went to Boston and did this, but you also get to go, man, I knew you before you met your wife and before you had kids, and now I get to watch your kids grow up, and our kids are having friends, and pretty soon kids are going to be hunting together, and it's like it's just it's so cool.
It's crazy how the dynamic has changed over the years. You know, like
when we were all young and single and or just had girlfriends.
Let me tell you how humbling that moment was when you 3 were all in Alaska, right?
Mm-hmm.
Me and Ronnie and Chaz, Justin Michaels went to Manhattan.
Right.
And Eric Champlin was there. And then Dustin was there too. He was hunting with us, right? And we're sitting around talking, and we realized.
I love Dustin.
Hey, shout out Dustin.
Can
Dustin.
we
give Dustin a shout out?
No, absolutely. Dustin's good
dude. He's that coyote bad boy.
Yeah, he is.
He's that coyote bad boy. Give him a shout out. He deserves it, dude.
Shout out.
So, but we're sitting at Champlin's garage, having a few beers. I think we were watching K-State game or something like that, and we're just kind of in a conversation, and we realize I'm the youngest one in that garage on that trip, and I'm 37.
You're not young. I don't have room to say I'm going to be 36.
That was a retirement tour.
Dude, I'm telling but it was just like, holy cow, how long have we been doing this show?
There was a lot of
riding around with the trailer, you guys had the Moats bus.
There was a lot of Metamucil and stuff going on.
The medications have changed over the last 10 years for sure. Yeah, but it was one of those moments that was just like.
Still taking Advil.
Yeah. I've switched to the Pedialyte now to cure hangovers. Right, I can't just do water. I gotta have more than that. So
Liquid IV. Shout out Liquid IV.
Liquid
IV, please sponsor this show, dude.
We use it on the daily.
Yeah, but it was just one of those moments. It's just like we've been doing this for a minute, and I don't know why that was that particular trip that hit me. It was just
and I hope we can sit around here again and say.
10 years from now,
season 20. What do you think? And we're like,
holy
God, make it
cow.
stop! Make it stop! We're so old.
We're all single. We're all a bunch of rusty old guys that livers don't work.
Yeah,
we've shot more geese than anybody knows.
Season 20, Ronnie will be 75 years old.
Yeah. Oh, how old? Let's 57. Season 20, Ronnie would be 57.
Let's do it, dude.
Shout out Grandpa,
to the moon, baby.
Grandpa Ron.
Grandpapa Ron.
We call him Papa Ron now.
Yeah, he
so
turns to Grandpa
10
Ron.
more years, he's Peepaw Ron.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Well, good.
It's been a good run. It's been a hell of a time.
It has been. And we're going to finish this season strong, and we're going to keep going.
Yeah. And we're going to keep on diving into the podcast, too, the rest of the week.
Yep.
I think what's going to be fun about this podcast is we don't have the chaperones. We can kind of like talk about whatever we want.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
We'll get Aaron.
It'll be fun.
We'll get Aaron on here talking about his roping day. Actually, he was just roping tonight.
He was roping tonight.
He's a cowboy.
Straight up
legit
cowboy.
Man. So
he is a cowboy.
Torrington is a cattle town, man.
Yeah, he can talk about his history here and how he started High Plains. And get Zach on here, and maybe we'll have Rob come over. And Rob is a character with a lot of stories that we might not be able to tell on the podcast, but we'll see.
We need the audience to also tell us too. We need comments. We need, hey, what do you want us to talk about?
Yeah. What do you guys want to hear?
You know,
like, what do you want to know from this trip in Wyoming?
We just want to give the people what they want.
Do you want more of us talking about old things that have happened and reflection of the last 10 years? Do you want us to talk more about specific things that have to do with us being in Wyoming? Let us know in the comments.
Sometimes it's even tactics. If you want, what we would talk about, why we set up the way we did earlier today, or whatever it is.
I'd like to pick Aaron's brain. That's what we should ask the viewership is, hey, what questions do you have for Aaron about
hunting in Wyoming?
Yeah. Maybe we can pick his brain about.
It's good content for later in the week.
Yeah.
And what's it like to be a cowboy?
How do we wrap this thing up? How do you end this? We don't have Ronnie.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we're gonna end it with a cheers.
Cheers. Yeah, let's
To-
do
There
it.
you go.
To another amazing week that we're getting ready to have in Wyoming.
Yeah.
A big thank you to Aaron and those guys for having us out again. And
Absolutely.
we are going to kick things off in High Plains fashion tomorrow in the snow, shooting geese, hopefully shooting ducks.
Hey, we've had some good luck in the snow
I know we
this
have.
year.
I know we have. So, hey, here's to another good week.
Yeah.
Hey, blessed to be
Cheers.
here, fellas.
We're
Hey,
going to kick that
I love
off.
you guys.
Cheers to
Oh, why we can't have nice things.
cheers to that.
There we go.
Cheers to Q.
Yep.
Yep.
See ya.
And we will see you guys tomorrow after the hunt, hopefully with some very good news of a double-double.
Yeah. And a new YouTube video. Check it out. Heartland Waterfowl YouTube.